Right. It's been a while since I've cast a game for you, but I am looking forward to casting this one for you, as this is the Woman Rush. Have you ever played Age of Empire thinking to yourself, man, I wish that I could get a girlfriend? Well, Pedro El Bendito has you covered at 1189 elo exact. No smack talk. This is the Woman Rush. Now, the thing about the Woman Rush is you just create villagers as best you can, but your fighters are actually all going to be women. It's like the great Amazon nation of Amazonia. Is that a thing? I don't know. Anyway, Pedro says that you can do this with a variety of civilizations. Berbers works very, very well. You can also do it with Wait, is this a man rush? Here I am telling you that you are going to get many, many, many wonderful, wonderful womans, yet I only see men underneath the TC. What's going on over here, Pedro? Telling me it's a woman rush when in reality it's just a man rush? An M rush? I have to do this over. I have to actually see the game here. It is a woman rush. Okay. He just got very, very unlucky in the beginning. I'm gonna have to cast this one again. But he actually just got very unlucky in the beginning because he got a lot of men rather than women. I mean, look at how many men he has over here. It's like 12 men. 13 men. Wow, that is unfortunate for Pedro. However, what is fortunate is that he is Sicilians, so this TC drop should actually be constructed relatively easily with the 6 woman that he has going forward. Let's just take a look at what he can see. He can see that his opponent is over here with a house and a straggler, so he has some idea of where that TC is. I love how he's sending additional women forward just to make sure that he's actually going to get this TC drop off. Okay, I was worried. This is the first time watching it. I have no idea what's actually going to happen in this game. Pedro is probably like so upset that I sped 8 times speed. He's always like, oh man, we have to watch Nom at like regular speed, but then when I actually do something fun like a Berber villager rush or a TC drop, then you always speed it up and it makes me really sad. Actually, it's really unfortunate for Red here because he's basically full walled his base except for this front area over here, and I think Pedro should be able to get through if he decides to go meow. Now he realizes that this is getting walled off. He should still be in time unless Red constructs another gate. No, that's not the case. I could actually just take her down, but he's going to opt for the TC earlier. Did lose his scout, but sees that there's a wood line over here and is just going to drop it on that wood as he should. Now, the nice thing about Sicilians is that they have a really, really strong eco behind their woman rush. You can see these women are doing the constructing, the fighting, everything that the men are too weak to muster themselves. And even though this looks really, really bad, you always get it up with Sicilians. Sicilians are an absolute powerhouse. When get that Vill, get that weak woman. Oh, unfortunate there from Pedro. Now, if you do want a TC fight, the key is actually to have 10 villagers inside. Wait, did they just all turn to men? Wait, what? What capture age? Come on, we need proper iconography for women rushing. How do we know if it's a man or a woman? That's important stuff. Oh, Poopler, this is 2023. How do you know that these don't identify? You know what? You're right. You're right. I hadn't thought about that. Maybe some of them identify as deer. And who am I to say that they are wrong? If only I could gather food from them. Talking about gathering food, it's a good idea that Pedro is gathering some wood over here as he is getting shot from two different directions. Now, one thing that you could do is actually let this TC go down because he has so much wood in the bank, and then redrop it. So you wall off this lumber camp over here, right? I don't know if he's aware. No, he's not aware of this lumber camp, and that's why I would run another villager around. First of all, to bait the TC fire, see if they're going to go for that, and second of all, to see where they're collecting wood next. Because if this is walled off over here, and you drop a TC over here, your second TC, and remember Sicilians get a whole bunch of additional stone, and he's already constructed a tower, he's not going to be able to drop another TC, but it looks like it's working well enough as red is now out of wood, which is no good. I'm making some really, really dumb puns today, but I am loving every single second of it. Not every single day that you have a W rush that you get to cast. I was speaking so fast. That man is gonna get shot like crazy. I also wonder how he's going to improve on this rush. Now, I did this rush myself, and what I did is I only created a man. And you can actually control if you're creating female or male villagers by unclicking every villager of the gender that you don't want. I should say gender, but whatever. You get what I'm saying. I feel like I'm over sensitizing everything at this point. Take down this tower. Come over here. Fight. Keep collecting food at home. You should have 6 food if you are going to go for a spaghetti drop of any sort. Could actually fight these militia as well. Being in Dark Age for this long is very, 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 very bad for red. And I would not be surprised if the GG is going to be called soon here, because Pedro has a total of 37 villagers to 28, which is obviously not very great. However, enough archers could actually counter the villagers that Pedro has over here. He just needs to create 7 or 8 archers, and it's an absolute disaster for El Bandito in the gray. But where is the gold coming from? He's collecting stone. I really disagree with that, because even if you construct a tower, it's going to be very difficult to keep that tower safe without these villagers just battering it down. I know you can construct palisade walls around it and yada yada yada, and this is a total case of the la 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 la. I know it looks good for red because he has more stuff over here, but not all of that stuff is actually engaging. And in addition to that, Pedro is going to be able to resupply. Oh, he's actually going to go for another drop over here. Yeah, that's what I was saying before. But there's no real good spot to drop over here. Oh, he gave away his one advantage that I think he had, which was continual villager production. Oh, no! No. Oh, he sees him. He sees him constructing the TC. And now he's like, oh, perfect. I didn't waste it. I think the reason that red went to stone is actually quite understandable, because he wanted to be able to reconstruct a TC. But now he's floating so much stone to the point of absolute redonkulousness. And he's just throwing all of his military archers. I can't even talk. Skirmishers, all giggity gang gone. Another tower. He's doing the same thing that didn't work over here because he didn't have enough wood, and he's not gonna have enough wood compared to Pedro's 428 wood. So I would say maybe change your strategy if you do encounter a TC drop. Again, I've never felt like towers have been super duper effective. I think archers are super effective against TC drops. And I think you could even get away with going, say, scouts or men at arms to counter TC drops, as they are going to be in Dark Age for a long period of time. Talking about Dark Age and a long period of time, Pedro is now finally clicked up, and he will have significantly more eco behind this. So if he does actually make military, he should be able to win this on the front. I personally am not a big fan of taking down houses and the like. I think you just focus on their economy, focus on their units, don't actually have to repair this, and just fight, fight, fight for your right to party. Oh god, he's just gonna run back. Oh my, what an absolute hilarious game. He just needs to keep engaging, keep these villagers busy, and he should be able to win right here, right now. But he's going to opt for the safer approach, which is get actual military out and then kill his opponent with military. This game honestly should have been over already, in my opinion. Could have definitely just ran in there and fight. Another TC being constructed now. Does have so much stone in the bank. Red that is. He can drop like another 2 towers here. No problem. Isn't that a movie from Lord of the Rings? You know what? I'm not super impressed with the woman rush, to be quite fair with you. Oh, that tower's in range. That's a terrible, terrible tower. What's even the idea from Pedro El Bendito over here? Is he just going to go straight castle? It looks like straight castle is what he wants to go for. Did not notice that red walked these villagers forward. Not important at all. Stable and market, yep, does want to click up to Castle Age. Castle Age should be in pretty soon. A little bit interesting that he went for all of the eco upgrades, as that would just slow down getting to Castle significantly. I think if you just get Castle here, and look at how much gold he is floating as well. Pedro's going to be so upset that I'm criticizing every single aspect of his gameplay. I did such a great woman rush. It was so amazing. No, it's a total meme. And he could have ended this game several times over. He sent me in a couple more women rushes. So we'll see how those go. But I am not impressed with the TC dropping. But then again, we're talking 1100, 1200 elo over here. You can't expect the gameplay to be perfect, and this archer raid is actually going to get a lot done, killing villager after villager after villager after villager. However, Pedro still has the Vill advantage and now has knights to just absolutely clean up everything. And this should be GG. GG should be called now. Oh, some spearmen to try and counter those knights. That feels fine, but the second armor upgrade is already in. I think he could actually just engage over here. I'm going to opt not to. Yeah, okay, now he does with the third knight there. And that's an easy peasy clean up Aruni Wheezy. I think he accidentally clicked the scout there, which is pretty funny. Did not need a scout cavalry. Clearing up all of Red's military. And the eco should shortly follow. Another thing that you can do is if they have all of these unprotected towers, just run in. Just use all of your villagers and start smacking this down. Never actually finished that tower over here on that main gold. That's also quite unfortunate. That is going to be stopped. Can just run around and harass. And I think he could just take down these towers. I don't think he needs a mango over here to take this down. But hey, you know, memes, and dreams. Play the way you want to play. This is hilarious. Yeah, this is what I was talking about before. Oh, that is a costly engage, though. Do not like that at all. Oh, this is really, really bad play. Oh, this is terrible. Pedro, if you're watching this, I hope you see what a huge throw. Oh my god, that was just unnecessary. And now Red's Castle Age 2? Is this game not over? It's only 2 villager differential. Pedro completely throwing, in my opinion, his army and his advantage as well. Maybe we still have a game on our hands. I can't believe this game has gone for 40 minutes as we started with a woman rush. I think a really easy solution or fix for Pedro is he could have been more aggressive. If he was more aggressive in this game, he would have already won. And now this one knight is going to clean up all of those mangoes, and who knows where this is going to go. Okay, Garrison does not have +2. Actually needs some of his own knights over here. He is on 2 TCs. He's on Red's main gold, and Red is on Pedro's main gold. Would be lovely if Red could drop a TC over there. And what's going? Are you going pikemen now? I say go monks. Monk. Oh, if he hadn't thrown that army. Oh no, he's doing what I told him to do, but like 20 minutes later. Come on, Pedro, get it together. You did such a wonderful woman rush, but you didn't close out the game. Now +2 is on the way from Red. I feel like getting a +2 here is a little bit early. You don't have that many knights, and he's going for melee units. Why not just go for a larger mass? Actually making a monastery as well to heal up the knights. It's full Huang style from Red. Red did a really, really good job hanging in this game, and I would honestly say advantage Red at this point. He has a more mobile strike force. Oh, froze the TC though, as those villagers were garrisoned for a very long period of time. These knights need to not be idle though. They need to not be chilling. I know he was healing here a little bit, but he's actually healing villagers and not knights. These knights need to be running around and figuring out where Pedro is. If we look at Red's perspective real quick, does he know? He should know. Yeah, he should know. There's a lumber camp over here. I don't know if he can see those farms. That might be a spec thing, but he can definitely see this farm over here. So if he just walks over here and spots that and sends those knights over there, that would be absolutely disastrous for Pedro, because that's a huge chunk of his economy that's not defended by means of a TC. When you have military, you need to use that military, and Red is doing exactly that. What a throw! What a throw! That castle, very, very well placed as well. I don't see any way that Pedro can deny this. What seemed to be an easy victory is going to be a huge L for Pedro now. His woman rush did not pan out. What do you think Pedro did wrong? How could he have improved this rush? Oh my god, the one ram against all of... Oh man, I'm gonna have to demod him from Discord for this. What are you doing? One ram's not gonna cut it over here, Pedro. You're dead, dude. You dead. Oh my god, now he's TC dropping him. This rank player is having the time of his life. I guess he did construct a castle over here to try and deny some resources, but clearly this game is over. Pedro not wanting to give it up as he does have the score lead. It's been a back and forth swing-a-rooney. I had no idea that a woman rush would go this long. Actually kind of has the counter units in the pikemen. Let's see what the upgrades are on them. +2/+2, not bad. Sergeants as well. First Crusade would be absolutely amazing. Red's kind of stuck in this corner over here. I did really like that castle, but this gold has been relatively unprotected for a long period of time. 36-44. Red taking the villager lead at least, but Pedro having the counter units, and then the sergeants kind of counter the... What do the sergeants add here to the composition? I think you just go pike. Oh god. There's a lot of knights. What am I even looking at? What am I even watching? Oh man, so much eco is getting cleared up. And I don't see any way for Pedro to push this, to be honest with you. There's absolute disaster town. Yeah, now he has his main goal back. Pedro is completely off of gold as well. And as great as pikemen are, they're not going to do enough to what red has. I think once... Yeah, you can just engage here, red. You can definitely engage. He has enough. Now red finally finding this area as well. That's also now being harassed by pikemen. And I think if the knights just... Yeah, the knights just run over there. It's all about game recognition, right? Oh no! Oh no, not the same freaking hill. Just engage. Yeah, just engage. Knights actually trade better against pikemen, but not more cost effectively. Like one knight kills one pikeman. This is GG. Super GG. Super GG. Mega GG. Imperial Age? Okay, but he's bad engage from red. Is there any hope here for Pedro? He's 26 villagers against 50 villagers. At least he has a Treb, but the Treb should be able to be taken down. Where's he going for Imp? Which TC? Oh yeah, that's a very safe TC to go for. I'm like dumbfounded. I thought this game was over several times. I thought Pedro had won this game. Then I thought Red had won this game. Clearly, Red has now won this game. There's no way that Pedro can come back from this. If Red just runs in those knights, buys himself some time, he should be fine. There are the pikemen to try and stop that. Getting some really good hits on those knights, but Pedro simply can't. Oh my god, he's going to get pikemen. Makes a lot of sense. Red now Imperial Age. 27 villagers. His army is comprised out of 7 halbs. That's it. This is bad. Red just has too much eco behind. There's no way. There's 15 throwing out. Are these elite? No, they're just regular. But even still. Oh my god. That's like 10% of Pedro's army just died. No, you can't. Oh my god. He leaves the Trev unprotected. Oh god. And that is how you woman rush. Pedro's in the chat right now. He's like, I throwed it. I throwed it good. I throwed it real good. Man, he had this game. He just needed to be more aggressive with his dart. He didn't need to go Castle Age. Or if he did go Castle Age, he needed to keep those like 5 or 6 knights that he threw underneath this tower to do more damage. They did not get their value. And with that, let's take a look at the statistics. I was going to say memes, and dreams, but God, he threw that hard. Holy moly, was that a hard throw, or was that a hard throw? Memes, and dreams. I'm just saying that because I know he can take it. But you know what, Pedro? We're gonna watch another woman watch. Woman watch. Woman rush. Keep on walking, Pedro. Keep on walking. Poopler out.